So I've been working on a recipe to come up with a chocolate milk that's slightly creamy or malted tasting, similar to kind of Chocomel, which is a Dutch brand that I liked when I was a kid. So I think I come fairly close with this recipe. It uses evaporated milk and then a dry mix of either premix or cocoa powder and other ingredients, and then water instead of just using milk and a chocolate mix. So there's two different options here. You can either use a premix, which is 1 cup of that brand there that I prefer, or option B, you can use cocoa powder, which is unsweetened, and you add sugar and salt as well, just a pinch of salt. So in option A, you have 1 cup of the dry chocolate milk and a brand of your choice. And then option B is 2/3 of a cup of table sugar. And you can either use white table sugar or cane sugar or whatever sweetener you want to use. And then 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and then a pinch of salt. In this case, it's 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So either option will give you a similar taste. When you're using the cane sugar, you got to make sure it's mixed in really well so it's dissolved properly. This recipe will make 2 liters or about 1/2 gallon. So on the left there you see a plastic bottle which is 2 liters. You can use a pop bottle. Whatever container you use, you want to make sure it has a lid that secures properly so you can give it a good shake. But the initial mixing, we'll use the whisk and that mixing bowl. And we have the 2 cans of evaporated milk. And these cans are 354 milliliters each. Then I have filtered tap water. You can use bottled water or just tap water, but this is some filtered tap water. And then a funnel to pour the mixture into the bottle, and then you're going to be topping up with the tap water. First step is to open up your 2 cans. Again, I always wait till they go on sale. Generally they're $1 or less. Do not buy condensed milk. It's a different product and it's very thick and sweet. So you're looking for evaporated milk, and generally they're 1 or 2% milk fat. But it has that certain flavor. Like I said, it's almost like a malted milk or a slightly creamy flavor to the chocolate milk. So we're going to add those to the mixing bowl. We're not going to add any water until we add the chocolate. And we're going to pour this in the bottle in a minute. So we're going to add our dry mix. So whatever option you chose, either A or B. Again, if you choose B, you want to make sure that when you do this whisking, if you do use cane sugar, it's a little bit chunkier than table sugar, so it takes a little extra whisking. And I guess you could use a power mixer, but this takes about a minute, so yeah, let's give it a mix for about a minute. And the next step is to add it to your 2-liter container. Again, have a secure lid, so you're going to be shaking it up pretty good. So this is the thicker evaporated milk mixture that we're going to add. It'll fill up your container about 1/3, and then we're going to top up with filtered water or tap water. But it doesn't really thin it out too much. It gives you kind of the consistency of regular milk anyway. Try not to spill on the counter like I just did, but Yeah, my funnel skills are a little bit lacking in this video. Okay, don't want to fill it all the way up, just to within, an inch and a half or so from the top. You want some room for shaking. And here we go. And then you want to place it in the fridge and let it chill right down. I think it always tastes better nice and cold, but you could drink it right away. When you take it out, just make sure it generally doesn't separate, but you may want to give it another shake. But yeah, it kind of has that slightly creamy malted flavor. A little bit different than your regular chocolate milk, but I encourage you to give it a try. And this recipe is good for when you don't have a lot of milk in the fridge on hand. You can always just grab a couple of cans out of the pantry, and you can have your dry mix, or you make your own mix, like I showed you in option B. Easy to make, nice taste. You can always add a little more cocoa powder or a little bit more chocolate mix, the premix, to your own taste. So I hope you give this recipe a try sometime. Let me know how it turns out in the comments. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Please subscribe, and bye for now.